Yo, what is up, PPL fans? Schady here, coach of the Bayern Munich, and welcome to PPL Week 7. This week we are up against Liam, Unlawful Exile, and his West Chan United. However, this week they're not going to be coached by him, they're going to be coached by Scizor, Lars, coach of the Borussia Dortmund in the GBA, and GPC Season 1 champion. Now, I'm going to try to keep it a little bit quiet because it's almost 2 AM, so I'm going to have to try and be quiet. I went to the living room because I can record here because my parents don't hear me, so I don't wake them up. So yeah, that's the story behind this video. So before we get into this, make sure to check out my opponent Lars as well as the original coach Liam. He's a cool guy. They're both cool guys. Lars is a very successful draft format player, made to playoffs in the GBA, which is a pretty big success. And Liam is just a very cool guy. He does LP stuff and he uploads his PPL matches and they're fun. Also, shout out to Keyno for making the graphics that you might not see on screen because they look kind of weird with Shoutout. Obviously, they're made for Wi-Fi, so he makes the graphics usually. And Titos for making the thumbnails. Also, Juan for joining my team, which, as you can see, we're on Shoutout. I'll explain why in a second. So, check all those links out in the description below. Now, also check out PPL social media stuff. You know that. Now, the reason we went Shoutout, we played this game on Wi-Fi up to a certain point. And then Lars DC'd, or we DC'd, I think it was on Lars's end, or we think it was on Lars's end, can't really tell, didn't help him anyway, so definitely not intentional. It's not like I just got crit or something, and yeah, it just kind of happened, which was very unfortunate, because it's the first time I actually ever had a DC in a Wi-Fi match, or in a league match in general, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but we could recreate everything, and we actually don't have to make any weird plays. We just played exactly the way we did on Wi-Fi. Almost nothing changed except one small thing which might have mattered in the end. I will get to that when we get to that. And yeah, so if you want to know what team I'm bringing, link to the team analysis should be in the description below. If not, it's the last video uploaded. So there's that. So we're rocking Fizdef, Rocky Hamad Klefki, rocking Megalovania, Manafi, Skuntank, Thundi T, and Crobat, Agility Thundi, Tailglow Manafi, and everything else is just Pokemon that have moves. Team analysis, watch it, it's cool. And then Lars decided to bring, because he built the team, it's not that Liam built and he just used it. Is Galvantula, Mew, Mega Venusaur, Mammoth, the Raptor, and Vaporeon. There's only one big surprise, and it is that he did not bring Sock. Which I'm not exactly sure why, but he has other ways of dealing with P2. He has other ways of checking Megalovania in the form of Staraptor mainly, and also Mew. Mega Venusaur, Vaporeon, they can all chew hits. And Vaporeon can just, Staraptor can just be a Scarf and Revenge kill, which is what I'm heavily expecting, which I expected before the match. So yeah, that's that, but I was kind of fairly sure you bring Sock because I don't really have a switch in, because who has a Sock switch in really? Of course, Crobat switching to Fighting Stab, but coverage moves. So yeah, there's that, and there's also Small, which was an option, but I didn't really expect it because it doesn't match up too well against my team. It helps with Crobat and Megalovania, but that's really it. And Spiritomb isn't there, which I was sure he wouldn't bring because it has a bad matchup against my team. So that's that. Now, as I said, we're gonna recreate this game, and I'm gonna lead off with my Crobat as he's gonna lead off with his Staraptor. This is fine because I'm gonna pause real quick. He chose to be Intimidate, which I didn't expect, but in hindsight it makes sense because it allows him to take hits from Megalovania, switch into it once, and then just kill me with a Brave Bird. Basically, my Crobat is AV to outspeed his entire team, barring Scarfers. So I outspeed the thing if it's not scarfed. If it's scarfed, I can U-turn out, I can chew a hit. Brave Bird does around 60-70%. So, yeah, I knew that I can roost up on things like Mega Venusaur as well, so it's fine. Really. So basically, I'm just going to U-turn, scout for a set. He's going to reveal to be Scarfed, he's going to U-turn out himself. And he's going to go into his Vaporeon, which is fine by me. I'm just going to U-turn out. He's going to reveal to be Rocky Hammer, so this is dedicated Megalovania switching, I assume. And yeah, this is fine though. I can just go to my Thunderous, put huge pressure on his team because he doesn't really have much for it. I'm just going to go for the safe Thunderbolt. I was considering going for Psychic, but I didn't want him to just stay in, and I don't know. Psychic wasn't the safest play. So, also I'm not worried about Mega Venusaur because I do have Crobat, which is like the hardest of hard counters. So, he's going to go for knockoff. That does nothing because I am basically physically defensive Mega Crobat. Yeah, Crobat. And this turn I'm just going to go for Taunt. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. This is already normal, but I'm going to slow. Because if he stays in, it shuts it down. If he goes into Mew, I make that thing not as annoying, if he goes to Vaporeon, he's set up for a Mana Feed. So yeah, I'm gonna use it now. I don't care about the Rocky Helmet. I was considering he could pull double here or something. So Utah was save his play. He's gonna go for Scald on my Mana Feed. He doesn't get a burn, which he didn't get in the original game either, which is nice. So this turn I'm just gonna click Tail Glow, which is in hindsight was a bad play. I was heavily considering clicking Surf, but you know, I think I wanted to cancel that, but there's no cancel button on Wi-Fi, which this was still on Wi-Fi. So I'm going for Tail Glow. He goes into Gavantula. I'm having none of it. I don't want to take a Thunder or anything to the face because I'm not Walk on Berry. And I'm just going to go out into my Thunders because it doesn't really care about its dual stab. And he's going to reveal Light Screen here, which is very interesting. Very, very cool teaming on his part. I see why, because Thunders and Manaphy are huge threats. Really, really cool on his part. So he's going to go for HPIs, pop my HP, which is unfortunate. I'm going to go for Psychic and get a good chunk of it off despite Light Screen being there. So this turn, I'm going to go into my Megalopony as he's going to go into Mamoswine because he would scare me out. I go into Megalopony because HPIs would do nothing and Thunder would do less than 70%, so I could take one if he wants to make that play, which I didn't expect him to make. So it worked out, and I see he got the Para, which I'm Limber, so he couldn't get that. So on Mamoswine, I'm going to go for the safe I got because he could still be sashed Mamoswine, so I don't want any of that. So I'm just going for Fake Out. He goes into Vaporeon. Doesn't take much damage from that. I take Rocky Arm damage, which is fine though. So I don't really mind that. Lopunny doesn't need to be healthy to take an Ice Shot. Not too healthy to take an Ice Shot from a non-life orb Mamoswine. So I'm going to Manaphy again as he goes for Toxic, and that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Less than a deal, but it's fine. I would prefer the burn, but hey, happens. So I'm just going to go for the safe Energy Ball here, weaken the thing a little bit, as he's going to throw up a Wish. And at this point, I click Tail Glow, which, yeah, I was fairly sure he would Protect, but I'm not sure if he even had Protect. So I probably should just click Energy Ball and kill the thing, but oh well, it happened. That's the thing that happened. So he's going to go for Scald, do a decent amount for Vaporeon against Manaphy. And in the original game, he got a crit there, which, whether it mattered or not in the long run, you will see. I will go into it where it could have mattered. So I'm at a little bit higher health. Lars just says continue the game. Let's hope it doesn't matter, blah blah blah. And I'm just going to go for the safe Energy Ball. Now, he goes to make Venusaur, that does absolutely nothing, and I could click Psychic and just kill the thing. However, I feel like, for one, I'm going to take a lot of toxic damage, and almost die to it, and I'm also fairly sure he's going to go into Mew here, and I can't risk clicking Surf against the thing. So, I'm just going to make the middle ground play of Klefki, which works against Mega Venusaur, and I can also, you know, against Mew, it's not the worst thing possible, I guess. Though I still don't want to stay in against that thing. And I'm going to go into my Crobat here, scouting for the ground type move. I want to know what that Mew's moveset is. If it went for Earthquake there, that would have been fine, or Earth Power, whatever it is. But he goes to Mamoswine because it doesn't care about Klefki too much, and he knocks me over an Ice Shot. I decided to stay in there because I couldn't switch anything in, basically. So, yeah. So, now I'm going to go to my Megalopony. Crobat goes down, but that's fine. It did nothing, but that's fine. And I'm just going to click High Jump Kick because nothing wants to take it at this point, barring Mew. So, High Jump Kick is the safest play overall because it seems like Vaporeon is switching. He goes into Staraptor, and that takes a buttload, even at -1. But that should have showed me that he's max HP. I didn't calculate though, so that should have told me which set he is. I didn't calculate. I just assumed, okay, this is Interim, it takes 1, that's cool. This time I'm going to go to my Klefki because it's my dedicated counter. I get Rocky Helmet damage off, and that's great. So, this is the last turn that was not... This is the last turn that was still on Wi-Fi, so I'm going to Magnet Rise because I have a Mammal in front of me. I'm just going to take Magnet Rise because this is one of my ways of dealing with the thing. One of my best ways of dealing with the thing, actually. So, he's going to go for Knockoff, expecting something, probably. I don't know. And from here, it's free game. So, this is where we de-seed, and I clicked Spikes on Wi-Fi as well, so not much different there. Did I, or was I about to? I think I was about to, and then it de-seed. I would have clicked Spikes regardless at this point. So, I'm going to click Spikes. He's going to stay and go for a Superpower, which I expected him to have, but I can shoot at because I am a Fizz-Def Klefki. And Staraptor is low enough to the point where it should die to a Quick Attack from Lopunny, and Sucker Punch from Skuntank will kill it as well, so I'm fine with that. This turn, I'm going to go for Flash Cannon because I want to get huge damage off on the thing. I was kind of hoping he would switch, but he doesn't. It's unfortunate. And this turn, I'm going to set up another layer of Spikes, as he's going to knock me out with the last Superpower, and he is at minus 50,000 defense. And Klefki goes down, but it did what it had to do. it checked Mammothspine, put it in range for quick attack from Lopunny, and got up 2 laser spikes, so I can't really complain. Since he is at -3 attack, I'm just going to go for the safe return. Ice Shard is not going to do much. If he goes for Vaporeon, I'm going to 2-KO that with return after the spikes damage, which is exactly what happens. So that's part of the gameplay that's working. I take Rocky Helmet damage, but I don't care. I'm going to click return again, take more Rocky Helmet damage, but that's a dead Vaporeon. That's the 10th kill for Megalovania of the season, so we're now double digits, boys. So yeah, Vaporeon goes down, and now he's going to bring out his Staraptor now. I'm going to pause. He gets intimidated off, but I have quick attack. I am an ab Megalovania with quick attack. Calcs say I do like a minimum of 22 or 3%, I don't quite remember, at -1. If he's a stance Staraptor. So I'm just going to go for quick attack and kill the thing, and it's going to be great. But he lives. He's max HP Staraptor, and my heart dropped right there. I was close to coming back into this game after what Klefki did, and then he just lives that fucking quick attack, which I calced, and I knew he would need a lot of HP investment to live that. And he's a max HP, like 244 HP, 12 defense Staraptor, because he doesn't need speed on a Scarf Staraptor for my team apparently. But he goes for Defog. Oh my god, that was so, my heart just fucking sank, and oh my god, I was shaking. But this time I make a bad play. He's revealed to be Scarfed, he was locked on Defog, and I still go for a quick attack. I should have just gone for a turn, but at this point my heart was kind of all over the place, so my mind was a little bit weird in that second, but it's fine. I get my head right back into the game, and I go to Thunderous because Psychic does like a maximum, Such Bomb does like a maximum of 50%, 52 roughly, I think. So I can shoot that and kill him off with a Psychic when I rage, but he does just go for the safe synthesis, which is fine by me. So I'm going to go for the safe Psychic as he goes into Mew, and I still have my counter to the left, which is Skuntank, so I don't really mind. And he doesn't have a switch into Skuntank at this point at all, because I can beat his Mega Venusaur depending on its set, and that's great. So he's going to roost up here, just scouting for my Thunderous set, and I'm going to taunt against the thing. I don't want it to Will-O-Wisp me, I don't want it to pull any shenanigans, and he's going to reveal the bulk up right here, which I was like, holy shit, Lars, that's amazing. So expecting him to switch potentially into Mega Venusaur, so I'm going to go for Pursuit. He doesn't. He has a Cobble Berry, of course, which is obvious, and he goes for Earthquake. I calced that I could live it because he seems to be a spit of Mew after psychic damage, so all fine, all according to plan. Go for another crunch, he's going to kill me with Earthquake, and that's all fine and dandy, because Mew's low, and I can just go to Megalovania and click return. Excuse me, I could have also gone to Thunderous, but Lopunny was safer overall, in my opinion. So yeah, gonna go into Lopunny and just click return again, because return is a good move. Megalovania is a good Pokemon, that's that. So he goes into Mega Venusaur, and that takes a solid chunk considering that it's physically defensive. That is what, 39% is what it was? 38.5 apparently. Good job, Shoutout. As I said earlier, Thunderous can shoo a Sludge Bomb from his range, so I have to go into that's my only way of not losing. You really see Power Whip, which doesn't do that much because I have bulk investment on the Thunderous, since I'm agility, and Thunderous is not super frail, I guess. So Psychic is now overall my best play. Mammothspine should die from it, I think. I think, yeah. Mammothspine does die from it, so basically nothing switching to Psychic Bar and Mew. And now it's pretending I can just go for Thunderbolt and knock it out. So, first kill for Thunderous of the game. I think 4th of the season or something, so that's pretty nifty. This turn he's going to go into Galvantula. I don't want to take an HP Ice. I'm fairly sure he's going to go for it, so I'm going to go into my Manaphy. Ballsy play on my part, but it's what I had to do. I couldn't switch into Lob, I couldn't risk that. So, because Lob at this point can still win. Like Thunderous and Lopunny, I did 2 months, I still need to win because they are the biggest threats to his team. And this time I'm just going to go for Surf. This is getting into the late game. Surf overall seemed like my best play, because after that I can go into Megalopony and I kill something. No matter what, I kill something. So, however, he's going to go for Light Screen, which is perfect for me. I get Surf damage off on a thing, which is still a lot. Look at that. That's by a Light Screen. Eventually, you're pretty frail, buddy. And this turn, I know he's gonna go for an electric move. This turn I'm certain. Last turn I wasn't necessarily. So I'm going to my Thunderous, and I'm gonna get health back. I'm gonna be cheeky here, because the reason this was a viable play at this point is because he knew he would die to a Surf from this range, because it did 33.8% last time. Was a good chance that he would die. So Thunder was his play. He kind of had to click it. and I'm gonna go to Thunderous and get health back, and that's glorious because now if he's Jolly Mammoth I can still live one. This turn I'm gonna go for Agility because I can live an HP as guaranteed even if he's modest, and I want to force in the Mammoth Swine. He goes into Staraptor, I get the Agility off, and that's glorious because I can kill the thing off and then force in the Mammoth Swine. I didn't want the thing to come in after I killed Gavantula off, because basically my thought process was he's gonna stay with Gavantula, go for HPIs, I get an Agility off, I kill it, and then kill that he can't go into Staraptor. However, he goes and sacks Staraptor, which is even better for me, as I get 2+ speed and then kill him with a Psychic. So he goes to Mammoth Swine. I think I calced the damage it did. It's adamant. I can't live an Ice Shot. Go into Manaphy. And as you can see from this Ice Shot damage, this is where it matters that he didn't get a crit. Because after lefties and toxic damage, I still live another Ice Shot I can kill with a Surf. Now, I'm gonna just let it play. And I live, and I kill, and then I do toxic. So, whether that actually mattered or not I'm not sure, because I could have just gone to low pony afterwards and killed it, and then I think it would have not really made a difference, honestly. It depends. I think I would have still won, but maybe, probably not. I don't know. I let other people decide it. I'm not sure, honestly, but I think I would have still had a good chance to win. So at this point, I'm just gonna bring in Megalopony because I paused too much, but that's fine. Lopunny is my safest play because if he goes into eventually and go into Thunderous, he can get up a light screen. It could be kind of bad for Mega Venusaur because then that thing can just be a problem and sit there and be fat. And I don't want that, so I'm gonna go into Lopunny. He goes into eventually, I kill that. If he hard switches into Mega Venusaur, I 2 KO that. So we'll look and find any. Gavantula goes down. That is the 11th kill for Megalopony in the season. I think it has like almost 30. I think we're now at 29 or something in both divisions combined, which is crazy, and only 1 death in both divisions combined. Best Pokemon ever. So, at this point, Thunderous is my safest play because no matter what, I win if I go into Thunderous. If I stay with Lob, there's a chance I might still somehow lose it some way. Why is this lagging? Okay, so this point, this is where he reveals that he doesn't actually have anything to hit my Thunderous. Because for Power Up, that does nothing. And I kill him with another Psychic, and that's gonna be the game. GG, Lars. That was a very, very intense game. A lot of 50-50s and a lot of, crucial plays and stuff. And yeah, we're moving on to 5-2 now. Fuck that losing streak. There is none. And we're staying close to the top. I can't actually say anything about the league table because there's still a few games we have to be played because it's Friday night right now. And yeah, so we're 5-2 now, plus 14, I think. Yeah, plus 14 differential. So we're looking good differential wise. I'm just gonna have to hope that Trav loses once, which will be against me anyway, so that's fine. And I hope that Sam loses twice, and then I can still win a title. So that's cool. But yeah, I was fairly sure I lost this game relatively early into it, but then everything happened, and I won. So that was cool. Yeah, GG, Lars. That was very, very intense. A very good game. And I had fun. Honestly, that was pretty good. So yeah, next week we go up against Kelly, Under the Radar, and his Baltimore Braveries. Kelly's a very, very good friend of mine. And I'm looking forward to destroying his soul and making him sad. Because that's what I do. And I have a Manaphy and he got 6-0 by it last season. We're gonna look to repeat that. That'd be fun. And funny. I'm just playing, but yeah. Looking forward to playing Kelly next week. And as I said, make sure to check out all the links in the description below to Lars, to Liam, to Keyno, to Titos, to the PPL social media because power rankings are a thing. And all the other stuff, news and shit. And whatnot, shit posts on the Twitter occasionally, because Jack has access to the account and he's stupid. So with all being said, thank you for watching. Tell me what you think of the game because I enjoyed this. This was a great game. I'm very glad I brought agility on Thunderous over Nasty Plot because he had checks to Nasty Plot and agility just worked better. So, and Yachiberry was good. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some newts. I will appreciate all of you this and hopefully See you guys next time. Goodbye.